Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, everybody. TG, are you applying to are you applying to make a translation for Coffee Talk too? I think there are some translations. Like a couple different uh where is it? A couple different languages, but I don't think Dutch is one of them. Indonesia, Japanese, some type of Chinese, some different type of Chinese, Korean, German, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Turkish, Russian, and English. So I mean, like, hey, maybe they'll hire you. But it's good to see y'all today. So I didn't stream yesterday because I was kind of having a really shitty day. And today is a little better, I guess, but it's not great. Uh, so I decided I'm not going to play Yakuza today because even though I love Yakuza and like too much probably, I was like I need something that's not as like high energy and doesn't require nearly as much of me paying attention, which is kind of ironic because this game is only talking, but I feel like then it's easier to pay attention because I'm like only doing that. But yeah, we'll be playing Coffee Talk 2 today. But probably not anything else afterwards. Today I'm just streaming to like I don't know, just to do it, I suppose. Which kind of sounds terrible, but I mean, it's because I want to, and I feel like I shouldn't not stream if I really want to, you know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, we'll continue. We are too small, but then again, there are multiple countries that speak Dutch. So it's not like it's just the Netherlands, but you're right. Like compared to even Germany or like Portugal. I mean, Portugal, yeah, also have Latin America Portuguese, so I guess that might be similar enough. I'm not sure how similar it is now that I think about it. I'm sure it's somewhat similar, but I do wonder just how large the difference is. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. At least not for me right now, in the moment. Um, anything new here? Road construction on Leonora Avenue. I'm gonna again like it because I feel bad for her. Trucker fell asleep and crashed near the 4th Avenue. Oh! Oh! Is that Leonora Avenue? No casualties, but quite the property damage. I reckon you want to avoid the area for the moment. You guys. Nah, she's got plenty of other likes. Although that is a cute picture. Not sure I dig the outfit though, with the green. Maybe not for me. I wonder how everyone's doing. Let's not talk about that. Sorry, Aqua. I'm sure everything's great with other people. Does everything happen for a reason or nah? I don't know. I'm gonna not like your message for a reason. Right, so let's see what items we have. Right, we have like a right, hang on. I didn't make a list of things. Let me see. Coffee talk. We do have whatever that is. It's like a key card to an apartment or someone's job. That seems like it would be belonging to Rachel, Gala, or Riona. But we weren't sure yet. Although, now that I think about it, could it belong to anyone else? I don't think so. And then the lighter, again. Oh, you can move it around? Huh. And the lighter, we got that from... We tried to give it back to Georgie, but he forgot about it. And then this is the... Who is that guy? A big guy who was clearly trying to find Neil or Silver, I guess. So and that's like his pass to his work or whatever, or identification, something like that. So I don't think unless Georgie comes in. I mean, to be fair, I don't know what to do with these. I don't know, or rather, I don't know what to do with this one. This one, no one's asked for it yet, and we haven't seen anyone, who was, like, who it could belong to. And then it's only this one that we have to give to Georgie if he comes in today, but we don't know if he does. Can I, like, no? It does say apartment key, maybe. That's suspicious. That makes me think it's not from an apartment key. I hope the power hiccups didn't affect the machine too much. This is a very slow start. Sounds good, though. Ah, here we go. Right in the nick of time. Hello, who do we have today? Oh, it's Neil and Samantha! Well, Silver and Samantha. Welcome, you two. It's a relief to see you safe and sound. Hi, Tora. Yes, we're also very relieved. It was a little scary last time. Do we give... I have been thinking about this. Do we give Neil... Silver, do we give him the, like, identification thing? We could try. If he wants a drink, we could try to give it to him. Maybe he's like, nah. What is this? I don't need this. Was this a little scary last time? We even analyzed the events of the evening and found them 31.245% frightening and 68.755% distasteful. Leaving in such a hurry is not an experience we care to repeat. Hopefully this will be a quieter evening. Yes, that is our wish. Anyhow, do you think their kind and, maybe we already talked about this. We definitely, now that I think about it, I think we talked about that the Hanar from Mass Effect and them would probably be really good friends because they had like a similar like hive mind going on. Greetings are customary in cafes, bars, and restaurants, are they not? Therefore, good evening. Good evening. Even if in reality it should be good night. Yeah, why is that? Good night is only when you're leaving. We find that very strange. That good evening is a way to say hello. But good night is a way to say goodbye. Is this assuming that you never start an encounter at night? Because that theory would appear to be empirically wrong. For example, this is the second time we meet Earthchild, and both times have been at night. Our 100% sample does not bear out the aforementioned premise. Additionally, I love that the barista can't even get like a word in anymore. Or even like half of one. Additionally, the very concepts of evening and morning seem only marginally Amanda? Yes, what is it? I think Tora tried to interject a couple of times. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, Tora. Ah, no, it's alright. I didn't have anything important to say. The truth is, I'm not sure why our greetings have a circadian rhythm. Earthlings are creatures of habit, I suppose. They get attached to certain ways of using language, and often don't question the actual meaning of words. Yes, at least in this particular case, no one's getting hurt. Since I arrived here, I've observed that some thoughtless uses of language can have a much more painful effect. Indeed. We see and we agree, and we apologize for interrupting you, Tora. Nah, don't worry about it. Communicating without a hive connection is rather challenging. Besides, we have been in a somewhat heightened mental state. We have been finding Earth quite curious, extraordinary even. We are keen to absorb as much information as we can during our visit here, and it seems to us, our siblings who previously visited Earth, came back with findings of a rather superficial nature. We are excited to gather data that will advance the science of Earth studies. Our return to the hive will be triumphal. Okay, I don't think I've heard the word triumphal. Triumphal? Is that a word? Full of triumph? Ahem. Of course, we do not do such things for the glory. But still, we are looking forward to seeing our work recognized. So are you a scholar, Miss Amanda? Yes, that's a good equivalence of what we are. We specialize in data gathering and analysis of poorly charted territories. That sounds very impressive. Oh, DGAPCT is much less impressive than our siblings' mission. Silver is an explorer and an adventurer. He's deserving of respect, and his mission to find a prospective partner is of the utmost importance. Still prospective, huh? No progress on that front, I take it? Well, I wouldn't quite say that. Very intriguing. You're always so professional, Tora. You rarely ask direct questions, but I think you're a little curious about the gossip, right? Yes? Just a little. What is gossip? Gossip is information about what goes on in other people's lives. Oh, we see. So it's like data on individual beings then. Yes, that sounds right. We love gossip. What is wrong with it? Because I think the word facts is a little wrong, because gossip isn't always facts. Nothing at all, and I would love to listen to yours, but let me at least make you a drink first. You must consider our choice of drink carefully. We suggest our sibling goes first. No, do I give him the item? I have an idea, yes. Can we expect an interesting new recipe? You're a barista yourself now, after all. That's true. A barista? How am I? Oh, you mean the cafe? Yes, you mentioned you were opening one, didn't you? I am, after a fashion. But I'm not focusing on drink menus just yet. Also intriguing. I promise I'm not just withholding information, Tora. But things are a little complicated. Is it alright if we start with the drink? I'll try my best to explain everything afterwards. I'm considering whether I should give him this. I guess not. That sounds good to me. I'd like something simple tonight. No, I don't remember the first drink you ordered when you came here years ago. Wasn't it a coffee-based drink? Oh, I think it had like cinnamon or ginger or something in there. Coffee drink, and I think you mentioned it was very bitter. Bitter and tart, right? Yes, I think that's right. A bitter and tart coffee drink. What is that? Lemon ginger? A bitter? Lemon's also tart. I mean bitter. Yeah, so I think... I don't know if it was in that order, though. But now comes the question. Do I give this to him? What happens if we haven't tried giving things to people that don't belong to them? So do we try giving him this, even though we don't know if he needs it or not? Because so far it's always been like, hey, can you give this item to that person when they come in? Or like, oh no, this person dropped something, let's return it. Do we already need to give this to him? Doesn't this logo kind of look like a coffee bean? Is that irrelevant? What is tart? Tart? I feel like people call lemon things tart, right? I was starting to doubt if it's coffee, ginger, lemon. Tart is sour? That doesn't seem right. Do you remember, Elleris? What did we give him the first time he came in the first game? Coffee? Tart. Bitter. Hey, Sam. Good to see you today. Sour mixed with sweet? Do you do you remember some? What did we give him the first time he came in the first game? This is Neil, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. But is that... Wait, did you look up? Oh, really? He orders anything the first time? Yeah, right. And even for us, it's been a year. Or so. Let's see what that gives us. That's the other way around. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, but he couldn't taste it then, but like now we have to give him something that he can't taste. A bitter. Well, coffee is bitter. Lemon is also bitter. I mean, if it's sour mixed with sweet to take the edge off. But that's so is that tart? Would that be considered tart? Oh no. I think it was ginger though. That sounds... I don't know, is ginger tart? It's sour. I'd call ginger sour. It's a very simple drink, don't forget. Yeah, but like, what is that supposed to mean? I don't put anything. Oh, is it maybe if we put lemon and then milk in there? That's not sweet. Or tart, rather. Bitter and tart. Wait, hang on. What about no? Honestly, I still don't know. I've been thinking about this. Like that the drinks need to be named in order to be the right one, right? But is that actually always the case? I genuinely can't tell, but it has seemed that way. A bitter and tart? I do recall putting ginger in there. Would you put ginger in ginger latte? We'll do this one. We'll do this one. Because milk is like sweet enough to take off the edge of ginger, right? Oh, well, whatever. We're using ginger latte. Fuck Neil. Fuck ginger. He needs to be not ginger. Fuck silver. If he wanted anything more specific, he should have been more specific. Now, do we give him this? This is the item we picked up from the, like, secret agent who, like, came in looking for, our space friends, I guess? Do we give him that? Or do we not? I kind of want to. But do we need to? He hasn't asked for it. I think I should. Because he seemed to, like, be having a pretty crummy day. What is? I got it off the agent last time he was here. This is quite something. Thank you, Tora, truly. You know, you can't know how much it helps, but it really does. Don't mention it. I thought, you know, maybe you'd find a way to put it to good use. I'm sure I can figure something out. You seem to have grown quite creative over the months. What is that? What does that mean? Creative? I guess I have somewhat. I'll let you know how this plays out in the end. Thank you again. I guess it doesn't... Maybe I just had to give it to him at any point. And, like, I probably gave it to him too early. But instead of being like, ah, no, you can't give it to him yet, they're like, okay, this is fine. We'll remember. Here's your drink, Silver, coffee-based, as you asked. It smells good. That better be okay. It's not quite the drink I had in mind, isn't it? It's alright, don't worry about it. I'll drink it anyway. Sibling, we meant to ask. How did you choose this specific Earthling appearance over another? I'm gonna write that down. What did I put into it? Coffee. Wait, hang on. It was coffee, ginger, and milk, which is a ginger latte. There we go. Okay, great. But that wasn't it. Okay. Our observation is that Earthlings come in a great many varieties, with a near infinity of combinations. Did you run a random generation algorithm? Oh no, it wasn't random at all. Even at first, it wasn't a conscious process. I chose the way I look because... Wait, what? It wasn't or it was? Hang on, we can check. Wait, it wasn't a conscious process? Huh. I chose the way I look because it felt true to who I am. When I first started coming to this cafe, I had a hard time understanding this world and its rules. But there were already some things that I could relate to. Some things that felt familiar. Like Hyde's eyes, that always see beyond the surface. Or Gala's outfit, which is a sign of kindness and trust. I borrowed those traits from them without even realizing. You took inspiration from them. Yes, our species seems to have the ability to do that. But Gala's fashion I couldn't keep after all. It came with... Yeah, because he works in a hospital. It came with responsibilities. People stopped me all the time to ask me for medical advice. I can see how that would be problematic. Yes, but then I found this fictional universe where all the stories take place in the stars. So oh, is that a Star Trek outfit? I was, like, eyeing this symbol. Is that what he meant? I changed my outfit to imitate theirs. And at some point, it all came together. One morning, I saw myself in the mirror and I felt right. Like, the way I looked matched who I was. It made me feel at peace. Is this some sort of, like... Is this some sort of... like... analogy for... I guess either body dysmorphia or... gender dysmorphia? Is that it? Like, is that it? Is that what it's an analogy for? Now he will just get accosted by Star Wars fans instead. I guess so, but I feel like that's not as bad as, like, being asked, hey, can you look at my knee? And then him being like, oh no, I'm not a doctor, I just look like one. That feels way worse than, oh no, I'm just a fan of Star Trek, I'm sorry. I respect your wrong opinion, but I like Star Trek. If that's from his point of view. I don't know. I used to like Star Wars a lot, but it kinda got a little too much. You know what I mean? They really took the franchise and said, we're gonna do everything with it. And now I'm like, okay, well, they should have stopped at, like, the 6 movies. Well, maybe just the 3 movies. A couple games, a couple novels. I heard those are pretty good. That's kind of where they should have stopped. Maybe like a graphic novel or something. Like, that's kind of where they probably should have stopped, but, yeah. Anyway, and I don't know anything about Star Trek. Not really, not much. Although I look different now from when we first met, and although I have learned the ways of this world a bit and have grown a bit, in many ways I still feel the same. Different, but same. Yes, different, but same. It makes sense to us. It really does. Oh, I love his background. Is this Laurel? Who's Laurel? No, this is from Pearl. Oh! Still no news from Midge. We think the odds are now 84.308% that she is phantoming you. It's called ghosting, Amanda. Get with the times. You mean ghosting? We mean phantoming, as in when you think you hear a sound, but your ears are merely playing a trick on you. We thought we had established a hive connection with Midge, but it was only a phantom sound after all. Anyhow, what is Pearl saying? That her calendar might clear up soon if I want to meet up. This is cringe. This is awkward. Ooh, Silver! It sounds like things are going very well indeed. I think it may be time I tell you a little bit about this. But we wish to order a drink as well. Oh, of course. I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Amanda. Please. Please make it easy because I don't have any more tries. Our apologies, but the machine's having issues today. Yes! That means that I may not have to make another drink. We'll let you know as soon as it's working again. Curious that Earth's drink-making skills are so refined, yet so unreliable. This is a land of contradictions. It sure is. But do carry on, sibling. Right, so I've been relying on Amanda to help me with the online part of online dating, and it's been working really well. Oh no, I wonder, on average, I wonder how in-person dates are going for him. There have also been some small issues. Earthlings are strange. Online dating has a reputation for emphasizing that, yes. Some Earthlings express their interest, but when you say hello, they never answer back. While in real life, saying hello is the starter for 99.845% of conversations. That's kind of a lot. I feel like more people than less than 1% would be like, nah, I'm busy, bye. It seems that online, more humorous or breeding-oriented openers are favored. However, if an opener is entirely horned, it is considered out of bounds and angrily dismissed. Horned? Yes, that is when prospective partners send you close-up pictures of their horns! Whoo! People do that? Oh yes. I think it would be fine after a bit of conversation. If we get into the mood and they ask me first, I'd probably say yes. You hear that, everyone? If you're on a dating website or app right now, and you think about sending someone horns, perhaps ask them first. Sorry, pictures of horns. Horns can be really pretty, you know. But it feels strange when that's the first thing they do, before they even write a single word. I can imagine. And then sometimes Earthlings express interest. But after reading a joke that is statistically funny 99.908% of the time, they answer with a sad face and block communications. Funny for you 99.908% of the time? Yes. Never tell me the odds. Oh, Amanda and like Silver before as well. They are really good at telling you the odds. Like incredibly good. I don't know how accurate they are, but they do tell you a lot of odds. Fortunately, online dating is governed by the law of large numbers, which favors persistence. We are patient. Amanda has been spending a lot of time on the app, and it started to work out. I'm now having conversations with some really nice people, especially Pearl. We prefer Laurel, no! Her facial features are more symmetrical, but Silver seems to favor the asymmetrical Earthling. It's just, she sounds like a really good person. Aww! She's a communications director for a charity that fights homelessness. Oh, better than fighting the homeless. Sorry. I've still got Yakuza on the brain, because I was supposed to play that today. But no, she's fighting homelessness, not homeless people. She isn't me, she isn't Ichiban. She cares about other people a lot. I don't think she's been very lucky in return. But she's very funny and curious of everything, and her smile, oh! Oh, Silver, he's so cute. Please desist, we can sense your hormones boiling. And she's the person you might be getting a date with? I really hope so. Do you have a day and time for your date? No. This is on a different topic. Please excuse me. Uh-oh. Oh no. So I take it you've been enjoying your time on Earth, Miss Amanda? Or not? No, we have been enjoying it, but we also see the limits of it. How do you mean? We are a hive mind. A hive mind knows no boundaries or limitations. We share all our thoughts and desires. It's not difficult for us to connect. We are born connected, but Earthlings are guarded. Ah, how dare they! How dare they be distrustful! They have complex emotions. They have no means of truly knowing what anyone else feels. That makes them afraid of judgment and of hurt. It must be very difficult and painful for them to connect deeply. Oh, the opposite. She wasn't accusing us of anything. More like, worried. There is so much they must let go of first. We could not live like that. You said that online networks were like a hive. Don't assimilate your date. I don't think it's her date, though. I don't think it would be her date. Unless she's going to, like in a spy movie, give Silver, like, a little ear pod. To then, like, whisper, like, oh, now tell her you love her. No, it's too soon to do that. Do this first. Or say that. I feel like then it would be her, or it would be their date with whoever they're dating. But I don't think she's gonna date anyone. But if they're a hive mind, I guess this is complicated. That's so complicated. Like a hive, but not a true hive. A true hive requires honesty and directness, as well as a desire to deeply understand others. I see. You don't think you could ever adapt the way Silver has? Silver is different. Does she need to, though? Even when he was a part of us, we could sense him looking outwards. That's why he has become such an amazing explorer. That is why he made the effort to learn Earthlings' codes and behaviors. He did not just want to understand, he wanted to experience. We are not like him. We like to seek knowledge on what is different from us, but once we have that knowledge, we are satisfied. Uncovering it and bringing it back is what makes us happy. Cute. This is curious. It seems we are picking up some Earthling instincts after all. It is a good thing that our data readings here should soon be complete. And Silver's on his way to getting a date. It would appear so. Hey, Amanda, we have to go. No, but your coffee! What, again? The call was bad news. The agent? Too late. Just hide behind the counter, quick! Right, because he can kind of pass it off as, hello, fellow human! It is I! Oh no. Oh, but I already gave him the card, so if he asks for it back, oh no. Hey, Avi, good to see you today. I hope you had a good weekend. Hive mind and hive mind before? There was 3 minds in a hive. Wait, what? But if... Three... How would 3 different hive minds in one hive? Would that make it better or worse? I guess you have a little more privacy, but I don't know if that's better. But it's good to see you today. Thanks for tuning in. Good evening, Mr. Agent. Slurp. It's like if Agent 47 joined Men in Black. You know what I mean? he kind of looks like he's about to shank him. And he's bald. But he also has the, like... Forget... doohickey. I don't know what it's called. We apologize, but our machine has been having issues. We cannot serve drinks at the moment. Well, we can serve water. You know very well I'm not here for drinks. But this is a cafe. What would you be here for? Don't try to understand. Okay. Then I won't. I'd rather not involve any more civilians in this, though. Oh, do you mean me? I'm sorry, but can't whatever this is wait for another night? I haven't finished my drink yet, and it looks like rain again outside. Well, here's something that can't wait, for starters. Barista, did you happen to find an ID card lying around? An ID card? Not that I can recall, no. I certainly hope you're telling the truth. Mr. Agent, you seem to always doubt me. But you've been here several times already. Surely you should see by now that I'm not lying. Well, you're awfully good at avoiding straight answers, and losing an ID card sounds very troublesome. Like, well... I mean, it is, but also, Silver, don't draw attention to you, because he has it now. I gave it to him. So if anyone's in trouble and should stay away, it should be him. Back when I worked at a delivery center, they would make us pay a lot to replace lost ID cards. Ugh. That's not even the start of it. My job is a lot less forgiving than a delivery center. I'm very sorry to hear that. What's your job exactly? Don't just tell him. This guy is dumb. What? I mean, I guess why wouldn't you say? But he did just say, oh, I don't want to involve any other civilians. But now he's talking to a civilian about, like, what he does exactly. Ooh. Darling, I could be behind your neck without you realizing it. What makes you think I actually need permission to enter a building? You know what? I never really thought about that, but he never has permission to, like, enter the bar or the cafe, I guess. So I suppose, like, in this universe, that's just a rumor, that's just a myth. It's just there for whatever reason. Like, they're like, ah, no, that's not even the case. It's not even true. I do like that. That's kind of fun. We uncover illegal aliens and extradite them. Does that mean there's legal aliens? Which is why I've been coming here in the first place. We keep getting tips that there have been alien sightings around this cafe. How I was about to ask, how do these people know? And then I was like, well, there is a person without a face with, like, a spacesuit on, so... I don't know, they look pretty alien to me. Speaking of which, have you noticed anything out of the ordinary, young man? I can't say that I have! I don't come here all that often, but it's always seemed very above board to me. Are you sure the tips aren't a prank? It seems that some young people enjoy those as a pastime. There are very popular videos of them online. That maybe it is, but I still have to investigate properly. Otherwise, my superiors will have my head on a platter. But you can't. At least in that case, if you have his head on a platter, right? Then at least you don't get any hair in your food, because he's bald. Shit, he has eyebrows! Fuck! That would have been so good if he didn't. Oh well. That's not a lot of hair in your food, though. Not as much as, like, serving his head on a platter. I'm sorry. But you can't waste your time on a cold trail either. Surely your superiors will see that you've done your best. Yeah, but like if you're digging into like his head as like a dinner, then you would get to his eyebrows probably, right? Unless it's like that one scene in that one Indiana Jones movie where they have like a frozen monkey head or whatever and they eat the brains out of it and nothing else. Why is that stuck in my head as a thing that happened? Also, how specific is that? I don't want to know if that's real or not. Yeah, I mean, it's a movie, so it's not that gross. But the thought of it is nasty. I hope that that's not a thing. But even then, eyebrows are eyebrow hairs are much less likely to get in the food if we would be eating his brain. Also, why am I talking about how we would be eating him? It would be his boss who would be eating him. Anyway. This is an uncomfortable conversation, and I know that I started it. Anyway, let's segue back into the game itself. Surely your superiors will see that you've done your best. I doubt that. They're a bit obsessed with the alien situation. Obsessed? Is it really that big an issue? Well, having such unusual elements around disturbs the public peace. Your average Joe has no clue what to make of them, you know? It makes people feel unsettled. I see. Although the visible aliens aren't too bad from where I'm standing, at least we can identify and extract them. Aliens who try to pass for Earthlings are a bigger problem. Oh, who would do that? Who would do that? I can't fathom even thinking about doing such a thing. Why so? For one, it just muddles things. No matter how much they try to look like Earthlings, they were born aliens, and aliens they will remain. But now they're aliens who don't look like aliens. What does that mean, you know? And where does it stop? What if some Earthlings decided they want to look like aliens? This is kind of smelling like an analogy for the LGBTQ. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, but what if they're men that don't look like men anymore? Then what are we looking at? Am I looking way too deep into this game? I don't think so, because they kind of do, or they kind of did this stuff anyway in the first game. At least from what I remember. I like that. They did have, like, more race-related things in the first game, where this feels more like LGBTQ. Yeah, right? That it's, like, a relatively thinly veiled analogy, but I do like it. I think it's an interesting take. Not necessarily an interesting take, but like a way to go about it without saying it, but still letting like people know what you think about it. And like having that in a fantasy setting is very interesting. Anyway, would it? Anyway, the top brass insist that we go after them, and in the end, that makes my job a lot harder. All that time spent detecting them. Give me a good space suit wearing alien any day, you know. Oh, but don't you worry about a thing. We at Fire always find a way to keep the public safe. I see. So how do you go about detecting them exactly? I love that he's just trying to, like, pry information out of them to use it against them. That one's easy. Once I have my suspicions, I check their ID. That makes it all clear, right? Right. I do wonder, though. What is it? And I'm sorry if I'm being too curious. I have a habit of putting my foot in my mouth. No, you're good. No harm in asking. In that case, what is it that makes aliens so very different? There are all sorts of people living here. They all have different personalities, different looks, and for me, when I walk through the streets of Seattle, and I see that no two people are alike, I'll admit that it makes me very happy. So if someone comes from further away, but they feel an Earthling at heart, would they really be more different from the people who live in this city? And the people in this city are different from each other? Or would they just be another version of an Earthling? Perhaps no less beautiful? At the end of the day, who the heck knows? It's not like I can afford to spend time pondering it. I don't have a dog in this fight, so to speak. Thing is, the law is the law, and my job is to uphold it. Right, but despite everything you said, it's still unclear to me why the law is so stringent against aliens. Ah, well, it's not so much that the law is stringent against them. It's more that there's no law for them. How do you mean? Well, at this point, we have treaties and codes for all the races we know of, right? But since the universe is almost infinitely large, how does it work again? Since space big, many races we don't know of, or like species we don't know of, we have no treaties and codes for them. But we never made a treaty with aliens, or anything resembling it. There's no— Have you tried making a treaty with, like, lobsters or something? Because that's pretty dang close to making a treaty with an alien. Lobsters are fucked up, dude. There's no law even acknowledging their existence. Okay, there are probably laws that acknowledge lobsters' existence. Would there be? I don't know if there would be. Oof, I didn't know that. Oh, that kind of reminds me. Nah, that's kind of a difficult... but I feel bad if I don't say it. I recently heard that not super long ago, I think it was California, that people have been saying that they passed a law that classifies bees as fish. But I actually like looked into it. Because the law was specifically when it comes to the conservation of different animals that are near extinction, which, you know, bees are. But that they had like certain sections, like for mammals, they had some for like fish, for what else? Reptiles, amphibians, etc., etc. But there was none for insects. There was only like what's the word? What are bees? What are bees if they aren't insects? Vertebrates? Invertebrates? Invertebrates, right? There was only a subsection for invertebrates that was along with things like fish and clams and that kind of stuff below fish. So that's why people have been saying that according to California, bees are fish because they're counted as invertebrates, which is a subsection below fish for whatever reason, but there's no like insect area. But I don't know. I don't know why they didn't make an insect section. If they had freaking Amphibians? How many amphibians even exist? Like, you've got, what, newts? Frogs? That's about it, right? Salamanders, maybe? Anyway, that's a fun fact that nobody asked about, but I recently read up on because I was like, there's no way California is that dumb. It's just that, like, people, I guess, just heard, haha, bees are fish, and that's funny. And I was like, I need to dig deeper than that. Anyway, what were we talking about? I can't remember what we were talking about in here. But why is that a problem? That's easy. We have no way to regulate their presence. Oh yeah, that's it, because we don't have laws or treaties when it comes to aliens. I do love rambling about nonsense. It's fun. There has been no thorough analysis of how they can cohabitate with Earthlings. The numbers of species cited above follows frost, and the total number of known living amphibian species as of March 2019 is exactly 8,000, of which nearly 90% are frogs. Are toads also counted as frogs? Because holy fuck, that's a lot of frogs. Let me look at that. How many non-newt or frog Sicilians? Who are those? Oh, they look like worms. Salamanders. Yes. Salamanders are part of them. The world's smallest known vertebrate, and it's a little tiny frog on a US dime. Yeah, it's really mostly frogs. All the pictures are mostly frogs, and then some salamanders and newts. Wait, frogs have wait, that's true, they do have skeletons. Why am I so surprised? Oh, if you want to have a good time, go to the Wikipedia page for amphibians and look at all the cute amphibians. You know what? I can actually show you. Hang on. Let's look at all the cute frogs and amphibians. Let me see. Is it that one? Nope. I always do that. I should get rid of that one. But like, look at all the frogs. Ooh, little frog, little newt. I like this guy. He's kind of cool. Oh, there's a list of amphibians too. This is the little guy on the coin. And then whatever the fuck those are. Don't know how. Well, this guy kind of looks like an amphibian. This one does not. What is even that? Look at how cute he is. Look at this funky little man. There's so many cute little... Look at him. Red, yellow, and black. They're so freaking cute. Look at them cuddling. Look at how cute they are. And like little eggs. They're so funny. Why do they look like boba pearls though? The forbidden boba tea. Oh no. Oh, look at these guys. Oh, that kind of looks like an axolotl. Are axolotls... What the fuck? Are axolotls amphibians? I don't know if I've ever seen an axolotl above water. Look at him. Perhaps the most poisonous animal in the world, the golden poison frog, is endemic to Colombia. I want to go to Colombia to smooch one, which I know probably not a good idea. Oh, okay, there we go. That's a lot of frogs. They're so cute. Oh, Anura is frogs and toads? Anyway, we were playing a video game. Yes, I have said that before, AV. What kind of tales can you regale us with today? Have you been playing more Baldur's Gate? Okay, let me take a sip of water and that will segue very harshly back into the game. Warhammer, that's right. I have to confess something. Killed your relative. You're my friend. I didn't like a relative anyway, so stay with me. That has big Mass Effect vibes. Like with what's her name? What's her name again? Liara. Like, oh no, my mom died. Anyway, we weren't that close. I do think that it's a little funny, but it also is kind of grating. Like, it kind of rubs me, like, from a story point of view, that kind of rubs me the wrong way. Like, to just brush off, like, a big event like that as in, like, oh no, it's okay. That's fine, I get it. That kind of, like, okay, strange, but kind of funny. It's funny if it's so deadpan. There has been no thorough analysis of how they can cohabitate with Earthlings. As I said, it's all very confusing. For all we know, they could be very damaging to us. So it feels safer to keep them away, at least for now. Safer for whom? It is what it is. I'm not afraid of aliens myself. And going after them is not my biggest passion. Thank you for the resub, Sam. Thank you so much. How long is 42 months? Is that 3.5? 4 years? That's not 4 years. That's not 4 years. No, that's not quite 3.5, right? Minus some months. Okay. Close-ish enough to 4 years. Soon 4 years. Is it exactly? I can't do math that quickly. 12, 24, 36, 48. That's not... Is that? Yeah, that is exactly 3.5. That's right. My brain, oh my god, I could not figure that shit out. But that is 3.5 years. Thank you so much. I hope for many more. Not necessarily, like, not saying that you have to resub. I'm just saying generally that I will be blessed enough to be able to stream for many more years, and that you're blessed enough to want to, well, I'm that I'm blessed enough to have you around for longer, Sam. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Going after them is not my biggest passion, but since I'm doing this job, might as well aim for a promotion. Anyhow, just call us at fire if you spot any aliens, alright? You seem like an honest sort, unlike some other people. Some other people who should learn to be more straightforward if they want their business to stay in business. Like I've said before, we're not making money. I don't need to stay in business. I was thinking out loud. Sorry guys, I'm just checking my phone. Can you, like, shade me while I look at my phone so I don't have to hear it? I was thinking out loud because a lot of things happened lately, so was just processing it. Saw if it was insensitive. I don't know what you said, but have a like. Why are you threatening people on Tomodachi? No reason. Just for funsies. I love it. Isn't that fun? Put him in a coffee grinder. Hey, Mexi Man. Good to see you today. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I don't think I can. They did say, like, because there's been a lot of a lot of rain and storms, they said that the coffee machine wasn't working. So I don't know if we have like a grinder that's integrated. I would assume so. But I don't think that's gonna do much. Then he's just gonna sit in the grinder and chill, I guess. I don't know. I don't think it's grinding right now, sadly. Ugh. Don't say anything. What was that? Sorry, I farted. Imagine if the barista said that. Just a coffee machine. It seems to have restarted now. Great, we can put him in the coffee grinder now. That's a relief. Right. I think I'm still going to conduct a search of the premises, just to be on the safe. Meow. Oh, it's that cat again! We didn't serve that cat last time, right? What the heck is this? Happy now? If I'm not mistaken, this is a local cat. It's come over once before. Looks like it might be hiding from another stray. But it's good to see you today, Mexi Man. How have you been? I hope you had a good weekend. Did you do anything fun? I didn't, personally, but it's hot. It's hot out, so I didn't really do much. I guess it's also been rainy recently, which is nice. Bro, I wouldn't, but some people would pay for their barista to do that. Yeah, I'm okay with not knowing that. Whatever people do consensually in the privacy of their own cafe, that's fine, but like, that's odd. That's a little odd to me. Looks like it might be hiding from another stray. It's very cute. Good kitty. I think it likes you. What sort of place is this? With your fiddly machine and your weird pets? Like I said, it's not my pet even though it's sleeping now. Now it looks like I have an emergency elsewhere. Yay! Well, I guess you're off the hook for now. You and your cafe. But make sure I don't get reports about you anymore. How? How do I do that? Because it's not like I'm inviting aliens in. Well, not that he knows. You just relaxed and grilled some meat? Ooh, what kind of meat? And just meat? I've become a big fan of like grilling vegetables. Not just vegetables, but like meat and vegetables is so freaking good. I love that shit. It's so tasty. We will try our best, Mr. Agent. No, we won't. Not at all. And nice music again. Silver, you're trembling. That's alright. You can come out now, I think, Amanda. Well, I mean, we should check if he actually left the street. Like, if he isn't just standing outside on the pavement sidewalk. Well, we found this experience 100% distasteful. Actually, it was 40.235% distasteful, 20.834% scary, and 38.931% exciting. Ha. Ha 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 ha. I apologize, this is just nerves. We are truly sorry for this disturbance. It's not your fault at all. But should you be sticking around here? What kind of vegetables? Corn? Or pepper? Oh, I had some like smaller tomatoes, like not the really big ones and not the really small ones, but like in between ones. I had some left over and I put them in like a pan to like not really grill, but like to fry in a frying pan with a little bit of oil. That shit was so good. If I'd put that shit on a barbecue, I would have gone to the store to buy more. That shit was so good. That's so tasty. I wish I had the time to cook all my vegetables like in a... Or really just all my meals. I would be eating like a freaking king if I spent my entire day cooking. Ah, man. I feel like I should cook more, but at the same time, sometimes I also have it that I'm like, I wish I didn't have to cook so I had more time for video games. It's kind of like a either I get to play a lot of video games and like don't eat food that's that good, or I play no video games and I get really tasty food. But there's like a scale to it, and I haven't found the like right amount of time spent on both. Corn, peppers, onions, squash, cactus? Cactus? I don't think I've ever had cactus at all. Or maybe I have had squash. But it's definitely not it's more common to have pumpkin here. Can you toss a pumpkin on a grill? Cause then I might want to try that. Ooh, a nice pan-fried pumpkin. Ooh, can you eat that? I bet you can eat that if you cut it thin enough. Oh no, I'm starting to think about food. This always happens to me during a stream, and then I am hungry for the rest of the stream. But that sounds really tasty. And I hope you had a a good meal with either by yourself or whoever. Really? I mean, I get it. I get it if you take out the spines. I'm sure it's tasty, but it's just not that common here. Surprisingly. For us, cacti are decorative plants, and that's it. No eating them. Although I have had, like, cactus flavored juice, or like soda flavored after cacti, but I'm not sure if there was actual cactus juice in there. Oh man, maybe. That's the thing, grilling is like a summer cooking activity, whereas pumpkins are fall. So like so either you have to buy expensive pumpkins to grill, or you have to put your grill out in the fall and then grill when it's like 10 degrees outside Celsius. Not Fahrenheit. Maybe also Fahrenheit, I don't know, but that would be really cold. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe there is a nice day in autumn where pumpkins are cheap and it's still warm enough to grill. Ooh, imagine. Imagine how lush that would be. Anyway, the agent might come back. Nah, it's okay. No. I lured him away, at least for now. That was him? You did? Although it's a good thing the little cat came in when it did. It bought us some precious minutes. What sort of earthling are you? We see. Do you speak cat? We can feel this earthling's intent better than usual. It is expressing it clearly. It wishes to rest and be left alone. Okay. I grill year-round, even? I guess it depends also on where you live. Because if your winters aren't very, like, cold, then I suppose you can. I candied a pumpkin for a sweet dessert. That sounds so tasty. Oh my god. Do you then grill it and then candy them? Like, dip them in sugar or whatever? Or do you, like, cook them? Or do you keep them raw? Surely you're not keeping them raw, right? Ooh, I feel like I haven't explored pumpkins to their full potential yet. I bet there's like 100 recipes with pumpkin that are incredibly good. I just haven't learned them yet. Or about them. Oof, I feel all out of sorts. Is the machine really working again? It is indeed. No, then make us a drink and one for Silver as well. The same one should be fine for both. Oh, okay. Just make it hot and comforting. And what would you like, sibling? I think I need some sweetness right now. I would really appreciate a hot, very sweet, and very comforting drink. Hot, sweet, and comforting. Chocolate milk and honey? 120. How much is 120? Hang on, I need to Google that because I have no idea about that. 120. So sorry, Fahrenheit to Celsius. I almost wrote 120 Celsius to Fahrenheit. That's almost 50. Holy crap. -1 isn't that cold. Like, if it's just around freezing, that's not that cold. But, like, that's way too hot. That is crazy. That is crazy talk. I would melt. When it's that hot, do you even go outside? Like, genuine question, what do you do? Do you just live during the night? And then hope that you have a fan for during the day, or I guess a different, like, air conditioning or whatever? Like, how do you live? But like at the other end of the scale, I guess it depends. If you work in like an office with air conditioning, that would be nice. But if you're like doing labor out in the sun, oh boy, how do you not keel over? Like, I don't understand. I think we are trying chocolate milk and honey brew. But like, if it's only milk, honey, chocolate, oh no. You work manual labor, oh no. Oh no, that's also true. Like, that does make sense if you're like born in a certain area and you're used to it. That's also different. That is very different than like moving somewhere and then be like, oh god, it's 49 degrees. I don't think this is it. Milk, honey, chocolate. Is it? Oh no, it can't be. It has to be chocolate first before milk. Is that very sweet? Cinnamon? Cinnamon's sweet, but that's not very sweet. No. Oh no. A hot, very sweet, very comforting drink. Quick, what's comforting? I mean, to me, chocolate milk is very comforting. But like, comforting would be warm. Hang on, maybe coffee? Honey, cinnamon? Who is out here putting honey and cinnamon in coffee? Caramel? Caramel isn't honey. Or cinnamon. Oh no, I only have one more shot. Cause you can only toss like your drinks a certain amount of time per day. And I think we've already tossed as many as we can. So we have to get it right. Tea? Sweet? That's not very sweet. What's the sweetest drink we can get? Is it hibiscus? Let's try hibiscus. I don't have the like items for white chocolate caramel macchiato. I don't have caramel. I don't have white chocolate. I just have cocoa. It's not even chocolate. What else is comforting? Hibiscus, honey, cinnamon sounds gnarly. No, you know what? You know what? Since last time, like Hyde wanted us to make Zobo. But Zobo is pretty... Oh, that's ginger. But I think I looked it up, and I think it can have, like in real life, have cinnamon in it. So if that is the case, then I don't think that honey and cinnamon are a strange thing to put in hibiscus. I'm just trying... I'm doing it. I'm sorry if he doesn't like it. That's not right. That's not right. You won't like it. Here you go, sweet drinks for the two of you. That's not what he wanted at all. This isn't bad, although it could probably have been a little... What do you mean? How? There's no way it could have been sweeter. Like, the bar was maxed out! The sensation of this is not vastly different from what you served us the other night, but it sounds like it will be fine. I'm impressed though, Silver. You've become quite savvy at navigating these situations. I think it'll be okay. I also don't want to restart the entire day, but he didn't like it at all. She also didn't, I suppose. But I care more about Silver. Even if I'm sure you'd rather avoid them altogether. Yes, I would definitely prefer to avoid them, but I need to get used to them anyway. Yeah, they're really picky. They're really picky, and I kinda have figured out, sort of, how to get things right. Like, you can tell if you get, like, a drink with a special name, or, like, that isn't just the ingredients, then you know that you're probably on the right track. But I just couldn't toss it away anymore. I wasn't allowed to trash my drink, and then, like, you kinda have to just do your best and hope. But it's probably okay. But we didn't even give him a good drink either one of the time. Like, not the first time and not the second time either. But they're really picky. Oh, but they do like me more already. That's okay. That's an artistic picture. Holy crap. The agent doesn't know you've come from outer space. Surely you should be off the hook for now. It's more complicated than that. Tora, you know the cafe I said I'm opening? Well, it's not exactly like this cafe. This? You mean that? Why would you say that? Why would you ruin it? It's not exactly like this cafe. In fact, it's not exactly a cafe at all. For the past few months, it's been the basis of operations for SAVE. SAVE? SAVE, Society for Aliens and Various Extraterrestrials. Oh, that's nice. Wow. I know it sounds very reckless. No, it sounds rather admirable. I think I underestimated you. I don't know. But you see why I've had to become savvy, as you said. I have a lot of people depending on me now. Those who are just arriving to Earth and are confused and scared. This really... This allegory. Is that what I was trying to think of earlier? Not analogy, but allegory? Am I using that correctly? Whatever, you know what I mean. Is it... imperative to use the right word if people know what you mean anyway? I guess maybe not. But maybe I'm saying that because because it is good for me in the moment. You know what I mean. Those who have adopted Earthling appearances and are trying to blend in. Those who are learning how to understand life here and how to understand themselves. For all of them, it's an existential matter. Not everyone is meant to be a hive mind. I know I wasn't. No offense, Amanda. We're not offended. We have always known you were different from us. It is all the same to us. You are our sibling, whether you live as the hive or as an Earthling. Amanda, I really do love you. Nah, how nice. What's love? That is not a conversation I think I can have right now. I'll explain it to you tomorrow, okay? After we both have a rest. We will remind you of it. I know you will. I think I'm getting a little tired now. What's tired? Is it alright if we go back? Absolutely. Our energy is also 98.429% depleted. Silver, is there anything we can do to help? No, I don't think so. Thank you for offering, really. But you have a different part to play in all this, and you've been playing it very well. You're very kind. Well, in that case, have a good night, the two of you. And please come again soon. You'll always be welcome here. Us and many others. We know and we're grateful. Good night, Tora. I'd say good night to the cat, but I don't think it needs my wishes. Good night, Tora. See, now we can use good night. We find it rather odd that we already talked about this. Maybe we should continue this chat while we walk. Alright. They're fun. I really like them as characters. What a night. This has been a great deal more animated than we bargained for. And I suppose we have a new four-legged friend now. I wonder what you're doing here, little one. Don't you have a home? Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. Ah well, I guess it's time for you to let me close shop. But Silver, it's an honor to be related to someone like you. Because we apparently are his child. Yeah, that was the plot of the first game, that we found out that his love quest leads in like the birth of the barista. And then like something about us becoming like the Earth's guardian and traveling back in time to when he was still trying to find an individual to reproduce with. This game is kind of crazy. Wait, what? Tea with milk mixed by pouring the two repeatedly between cups. You couldn't just stir it? I guess because then it's more aerated. Yeah, it's got more air in it. Okay. Tuesday, September 26th. I guess also 2023. Look at these guys. Okay, let's start here then. Curbing recent security breaches. Government to block data leakers websites. Oh, that's supposed to be anonymous. I get it. But he's jumping over the stupid little government that's telling them to stop. But they're like, nah. Nah, man, get out of here. Oh, how times have not changed. Although this was only last year. First Workaholics Treatment Center to open in 2024. No phone, no laptop, just rest. That's interesting. Interesting, okay. I feel like that might be a thing that will actually exist in the future. Or has a chance to exist. Beachgoers report silver algae blooming on Elkai Beach? Is that supposed to be a place that I'm supposed to be able to pronounce? I'm sure it is. Ooh, new posts. New posts. Today's delivery cutoff time, 3 p.m. No night shift. Good, maybe. It's coming together. I can't believe it. It's gonna be so good. Busy all day today. Don't forget to drink water. No. No, I'm drinking coffee. And you should drink coffee at my barista shop. It's called a cafe or coffee shop. Having an ocean fish as a pet is so hard, especially living in a city such as Seattle, but it feels nice to have someone to have someone. It feels nice to have someone depend on you, you know? Do you think VR would really take off in the future? I personally can't use it for very long, but maybe that's just me. I do wonder if it will. It's kind of popped off a little bit, right? But I don't think we're using it to the fullest capacity yet. She's a 10, but about to marry a freelancing elf. So she's 100. That's cute. Also, get a room, you two. Somehow I feel like it's going to be a long, long night. Oh no, or not. What's that supposed to mean? Hey, Gala! Good evening. Hey, Tora. How are you? Not too shabby, I hope. As long as the coffee machine works, we're doing just fine. Everything is just fine. You sure? Positive. How about you, sir? How's work? My shift is over, so I'm free now. Nice. That reminds me, Mr. Hyde was here just the other day. That reminds me, do we have any... Was that for him? Right, that most likely, because it was lost during a day that Rachel, Gala, and Riona were there. So it most likely was dropped, or if I had to guess, it would be dropped by Hyde. Or... Because either this is the hospital key card, because he works at a hospital, or it's an apartment key card. But we can't tell which one it is. What did I say? Did I say Hyde? I meant Gala. My bad. I meant Gala. Okay, and that's Georgie's. Oh, was it cause the... Okay, maybe that's why I mixed it up. Or just because I'm dumb. That reminds me, Mr. Hyde was here just the other day. Ah, that's right. Did he tell you the reason for his visit? Yeah, he's moving back here, right? Or at least that's the plan. Yes, what a nice surprise. He told me he's got a few things to discuss on that. Well, it's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is. On that note, I'm so ready to take your order. Much obliged. Henry told... Oh! Do you think Henry is in this game? We haven't seen him yet. That's the idol's dad. The cat girl's cat dad. Henry told me about this Indonesian ginger drink. It has milk, honey, and a couple of other stuff in it. A couple? I think it's called STMJ. I'll have a cup of that. Milk, honey. STMJ? Milk? Honey, but it could be in a different order. Did say ginger drink, huh? Okay, but which? Then maybe in that case we should try milk, ginger, honey. Because the order is important, but if that isn't it, we can switch it around. Now, do we give him the apartment key card? Is that supposed to be a red herring, though? Is it supposed to be an apartment key, and that's why they tell you it's probably one? Or is it that you're like, oh, then if someone walks in and is looking for their apartment key, then, like, I can give it to them. I'll give it to him. If I remember. Yay, okay. It's very easy to restart the day, so we can do that. Okay. That looks kind of good, though. Milk, ginger, honey. Oh, I see. I dropped my keycard here, huh? Thank you, Tora. Yes, now I have a spare. Because I already made a new one. It's always good to have an extra one at hand. The only downside is that it cost me $100. Well, why didn't you come ask for it? Now I'm wondering where I should keep this one. Maybe in my locker at work? I think maybe not. Because how are you gonna get there? I hate to lose it there. Yeah, let's hope it never comes to that. One nutritious drink from the archipelago coming up. Thanks a lot. But that makes me think that I shouldn't have given it to him, but to someone else. There's no way. Oh, maybe. What would that have solved, though? But also, I don't... Like, now we're just giving a man a random keycard, not knowing, like... Huh. But what if it wasn't his, though? Oh, maybe it was not for the hospital. Okay. I don't know why I thought it would still be for the hospital. Whatever. But yeah, like I said, if we weren't sure that it was Galas, then it's kind of weird to give it to a guy. Be like, I think it might be his. Otherwise, try it out on a couple other doors. Maybe you find the love of your life or something. So what's in it again? It's a hot blend of egg, milk, ginger, and honey. Ooh. The drink's name itself is the ingredients. Why are you making me say it? Susu, telur, madhu, and jahe. Milk, egg, honey, and ginger. I butchered that, but I don't care. This is not a test that I studied for, or even knew that I had to study for. No wonder it somewhat reminds me of eggnog. Albeit spicier and not as rich. Ooh, that might actually be really tasty. But I can see why Henry likes it. Right, milk. Because he's a cat. I get it. It's a great stamina drink. He probably needs it to keep up with Rachel's work. You're probably right. As long as he remembers to take breaks. Maybe I should invite him for a drink here sometime. Does he even have Tomodachi? Because we haven't met him yet. Do you think he's not in this game at all? That's a different cat. What do you think? That would be lovely. Then consider it done. You know what? I don't think Hyde will show up tonight. Oh, why is that? When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little... annoyed? And it's not exactly great outside either. I thought he liked this kind of weather. Him, yes. His car, not so much. That thing wouldn't survive this kind of storm. Now that you mention it, you may be right. I used to drive him in that car back in the day. I do wonder if we should have given it to Hyde. Let's say we should have given it to Hyde. Do you think we would be getting a different ending? I don't think there's different endings. Are there? Like, would it be only the dialogue that would be different? Or would nothing... Like, would there be, like, a different scene, but it, like... goes back into the same ending. Oh, there's different endings for each character? What? How? Okay, so I may have fucked it up a little bit for a character, but then I feel like it might be easy to, like, find a guide and see, see, like, which day who... Oh no, you can, I think you can see it from the menu, who comes in on what day. Yeah, and then you can just change the outcome of certain days. I think that would be relatively easy. I used to drive him in that car back in the day. I recall. Did he ever tell you how old it is? Yep, gave me the whole backstory of it. Oh, I guess I'm just surprised he still uses it at all. The car clearly holds a special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it, which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here. What do you mean? He lived here before, right? Yeah. And he kept bringing up the past too. To answer your question from earlier, to make candied pumpkin, boil it. But in the water you put brown sugar, cinnamon, and some people put orange zest. Ooh. You cook it down until it becomes a syrup. Oh, okay. I've made orange slices like that before, last year actually. So to do it with pumpkin? Maybe I'll try that out. Ooh, that sounds really good. And that's really easy to do. So maybe I'll give that a shot. Ooh, that sounds really tasty. Because pumpkin is so good because you can make it like savory and sweet. And like it works either way. So ooh, a nice sweet pumpkin candy. Bananas are more common. I don't think that's the case here. But that's very interesting. Maybe I'll try it with bananas too. Next time I'll just make like a big batch and then just put in like 100 varieties of like fruits and vegetables. I guess not vegetables. I guess pumpkin in that way is kind of like a fruit more. But maybe I'll try putting some different fruits in there. I can't recall if I also tried it with lemon, but I do want to try it with lemon too. That sounds like a good project for later on in the year when it's colder again. Oh, yummy. I guess now it also works, but I feel like that kind of has more of a winter vibe to me. And then when it's like 30 degrees Celsius out there, I'm not like in that mood. You know what I mean? But ooh, boy, that sounds really tasty. Thanks for letting me know and explaining to me. Explaining that to me. There we go. Ooh. Are you saying his move is motivated by nostalgia? I was going to say homesickness, but I realized that makes no sense. I get what you're trying to say, though. It's the strange longing for times gone by. Considering how fast things are changing these days. Maybe even too fast. Which is ironic, really. What is? Because he's a vampire and he, like, lives for basically ever. Live long enough, you'll realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs the world throws at you decay. Just stuff we have to deal with indefinitely. Considering our lifespans, you'd think we'd get used to it at some point. But we never do. Never completely, anyway. Do werewolves also live forever? I've never really thought about that. I thought werewolves... I can't say that. I never really thought about it and then immediately go into I thought they lived for not that long. Just as long as a person does. Because they're werewolves, not vamp wolves. That makes no sense. I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in and of itself. That sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for dinosaurs like us. Okay, well, you said that about you. I didn't say anything. Keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's Relentless speed. You get used to these after a while, huh? Pretty much. As in the storms, huh? Oh, hey, Riona. Hey there. We meet again. Yes, hello. What if I gave the keycard to her? Like, right in front of him? If I hadn't given it to him. Excuse me for a moment. Got it. Welcome, Miss Rio. I keep thinking it's Riona because one of the kids in Yakuza is called Riona, but I think it's supposed to be Riona. I'm meeting up with someone. Is it Lucas? Oh, okay then. How's your car, by the way? My car? Oh, you mean the tire. There's really no need for concern as it was an easy fix. But thank you for asking. My pleasure. Honestly, I haven't made that many recently. I feel like we're currently doing rookie numbers when it comes to the counter. May I order a cup of Russian tea? No. Can I say that? What the hell is Russian tea? Now what they have, what Russian tea? How the fuck am I supposed to know? Would Russian tea be green tea or black tea? If I'd had to guess, it would be black tea. You should, because how the fuck am I supposed to know? Or I Google it myself, what's Russian tea? And then we'll see what it pops up. Is that cheating? Only if it's actually helpful. Let me see. A Christmassy tea. Oh. Well, then it would be black tea, right? Ginger cinnamon? Maybe? Masala chai? I think that's not it. Who is that? She's new in this game. She wasn't in the first game, but she's a banshee who really likes to sing. This is, yeah. I was also thinking that's gotta be like Indian, right? That's not right. Okay, well. Dang it, that's the wrong country. So it's not black tea, ginger, cinnamon. No, because I can't. She wants Russian tea. I'm guessing that the ingredient they ask for is probably usually considered optional or non-standard. Is it like... It wouldn't be milk. Milk isn't very Christmassy. Yeah, if it was like... peppermint? And cinnamon? Is it? I mean, if you're saying, if you're doubting it, then it wouldn't be the right thing, right? Is it black tea though? It's gotta be black tea, right? No? Yeah, I guess I wouldn't think that it would be peppermint either. It's not very Christmassy, but at the same time, I don't know, none of this is. No, the lemon. Black tea is just black tea. Yeah, but she doesn't want just black tea. Is it lemon and honey? That's not Christmas though. It's gotta have... It's gotta have like ginger or cinnamon in it. You do have one more Christmassy thing in there? What's that? Lemon and ginger. Milk? Is milk Christmassy? Is honey Christmassy? I mean, they're all that patient. They really, like, don't mind. It's Christmassy? I mean, cinnamon... Cinnamon is kind of a substitute in this game for every other spice. I wish my IRL customers were like this. Yeah, that's fair. That must be like, that would be really nice, right? If they were patient. I mean, at least your customers are probably a little more like, how do I put it? Specific with what they want. I mean, Russian tea is pretty specific as well, but like so many people are coming in being like, I want a milk-based drink that's sweet but also a little bitter. And it's like, come on. Come on, just tell me what you want. At least most other like real-life customers are more specific. Nah, but if you work there, you should be at least polite. Even if you're gonna like grumble when the customer like leaves and complain to like a coworker or whatever, to their face you should at least be polite. Did I try this already? I try to be polite, but I have a limit. Yeah, I totally get it. Like, like I'm not saying that it's the worst thing either. But if you can be polite, but that's just in general, right? If you can be polite, you should be polite. But yeah, if people aren't polite to you, then it's, you know, you don't always have to stay polite. I don't freaking know. I don't know what to put in here. Are lemon Christmassy? Lemons Christmassy? Did I try this before? But lemon in a Russian drink? But ginger in a Russian drink? But we're also talking about Russia. Like, I don't know if lemons are... Yeah, in the northern hemisphere. That's also fair. Flip-flops are also Christmassy in Australia. Then why the why the fuck is it called Russian tea? First of all. If it's not actually Russian. But also, could she not be a little specific? Like, oh, May I order a cup of Russian tea? I love how the ginger is so spicy and tasty. Instructions have been found in American newspapers and cookbooks. In Japan, the term Russian tea is used to refer specifically to the act of having black tea with a spoonful of jam, whether added into the cup or placed on the tongue before drinking. Two cups of white sugar, 2 cups orange flavored drink mix. Instant tea powder. What the fuck is instant tea powder? What does that mean? So it would make sense. So it would make sense to have black tea. Although that doesn't specify. Those don't even specify. White sugar. Yeah, but is it... Because we don't have sugar, so are we supposed to be putting in honey? Orange lemonade flavor? Cinnamon? It's the first time I hear about it. I think we all feel the same way. Frustrated about Russian tea, and also this is our first time. So it would make sense if it's like black tea with citrus. But then, and then cinnamon, cinnamon, allspice, cloves are the 3 options. So that would mean cinnamon. Then it wouldn't be ginger, because that's not mentioned at all. But if there's also sugar in there, then I'm not sure if it is tea lemon cinnamon or tea lemon honey. How many more tries do we have? I don't think we have that many more tries, and I think more people are gonna come in. No, did we have gala today? We had gala today. I think it's at least on average 2 cups per... Like 2 different people who want a drink. Maybe it's 3. But the fact that they say honey... Not honey, sugar. Makes me think that it is sugar. Honey. You know what I mean. Okay. Oh, don't trash it. Okay, that's not for her. You think it looks good as in the recipe, or like this picture? The picture does also look good. Okay, well... Oh boy. Russian tea for the lady Russian to deliver. Ha ha ha, that's a good one. No, it's not. Stop. Don't let my character get away with that shit. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you. Although, to be fair, I also love puns, so... Maybe it makes sense that the barista is into puns. So who are you meeting with, if I may ask? Do you think it's Silver? You should know, shouldn't you? Oh, no, it's Lucas. After all, you were tasked to give me his contact info. Ah, that's right, so you two did end up connecting after all. We did, yes. I hope, if he's coming in, he better give me some, like, easy-ass recipe. Like, he better fucking ask for an espresso. Ah, okay. We're still not friends enough with Aqua to learn anything about her. She's the only one that we don't know anything about. Except what she has in her bio, but... I really wasn't sure about contacting him at all. Why is that? Because as far as I'm concerned, there was no real reason for me to do so. Nevertheless, I sent him an email the following night, right after the completion of my final delivery at 3 AM. That's pretty late. A little, but surely no worse than forgetting it altogether. But he replied straight away, to my surprise. I had no idea he was such a night owl. Or perhaps just an extremely early bird. Right? I wonder if he ever sleeps. Maybe during the day. That should be a question for you too, miss. Oops. Anyhow, he answered me with an apology. He regretted his rudeness from when we first met. Which was another surprise, since I didn't think it was such a matter of concern. Well, he did return here the next evening looking for you. Did he? Yep, he said so himself. I see, how peculiar. In any case, we exchanged phone numbers and have been texting ever since. Ooh! Then he said he wants to meet up and speak in person. Which is why I'm here now. But I'm still not quite sure it's necessary. I mean, maybe he just wants to chat and hang out. Perhaps. I suppose we'll see. Oh yeah, he's still here. Today and the rest of the week is all night shifts for me. Ah, that sounds horrible. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry for your loss of your evenings. Look at the description of my... Wait, what? The Russian tea? Okay. Yeah, so Hyde's not coming tonight. Probably for the best given the circumstances. Is he okay? Yeah, he just wants me to take it easy tonight. No, he wants to take it easy tonight, not for me. Understandable. Oh, what if Lucas also doesn't come in? My apologies for these surges. I was hoping it'd become more stable as the days go by, but... No need to apologize for something out of your control. That's right, you tried everything you could. I know. Thank you for your understanding. How are you doing, miss? Hi there. Did you manage to resolve your issues with children? That's right, because the kids are scared of him because he's a big man. Sorry? Oh, I mean the hospital admission problem from the other day. Oh, that. For a minute there, I thought I had a beef with kids I wasn't unaware of, or I was unaware of. Sorry for the misunderstanding. No worries, that was funny. It's only been a few days, so not much has changed. How about you, feeling better? Ah yes, well, I apologize for the way I acted a few days ago. We all have our bad days, so don't worry about it. Thank you. Ah, while we're on the topic. I told Officer Georgie what happened to your car. Would you mind pointing out where you believe the accident took place? Incident? I guess that's different. Sure. It was quite near the police station, actually. At a metered spot just outside the now defunct library. Oh, the vacant building at the Bourne intersection? Yes, that's correct. I see. So it was originally a library. You know the area? I know of the property, yeah. It's been abandoned for a long time now. But it's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's being done with it. Since it's located in a very populated, culture-centric neighborhood. The Bourne intersection? New hit movie? I don't get it. Where's the joke? I don't get it, I'm sorry. That's true. There's even an art college nearby. Oh, really? I've never heard of those. Okay, right. Then again, I've always found the street a bit odd. Odd how? It's just barren. Especially if you consider the area. And the weird thing is, maybe a ghost lives there. And that's why, like, they don't want to build anything or do anything with that building. And maybe the ghost was hit by a car and died, and that's why they, like, mess with the parking lot or something. I don't know. I feel like it wasn't always that way. Feel, don't you mean remember? Nope, exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it? That is odd. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's where the bald guy's HQ is. Or, alternatively, Silver's HQ. That is odd. Well, there used to be a flea market there a long, long time ago. Perhaps that is what you were recalling? Flea market, huh? The last time I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh, wait. There was a single dead tree surrounded by strange trinkets. The Born Identity Ultimatum Legacy Supremacy? Why have I never heard of that before? What is it about? Avi, are you... Are you just excited for Age of Mythology? And that's what that's a reference to? It kind of has big, what are those called? Strategy, real-time strategy, vibes. They're action movies? I've seen action movies before. Maybe I got it on the wish list. I also saw that it was, like, that it's now open for pre-orders. I'm considering getting it, but I might also wait a little. I did also see, yeah, because you sent it to me, right? Toho Empires. I still can't fucking believe that that something like that exists. But Toho really, like, I feel like it was just a matter of time. Like, they're gonna get around to making everything, since it's basically open source, or like the media equivalent of open source. I think like everything's gonna at some point be made, if that makes sense. Yeah, right? I feel like it's a funny jump, and some people are gonna really enjoy it, and other people are gonna go like, huh? That's me. Like, I think it's fascinating, but I'm not sure if it would be. I mean, I feel like bullet hells aren't up my alley because I'm too bad at video games. But and RTSs, I feel like also. I mean, I do love Age of Mythology and Empires, so I don't know. It's fascinating. Maybe I'll get around to that. Or maybe if they make Toho Yakuza, if they make Toho like a brawler, then maybe I'll play it. Wait, I don't know that meme either, Alaris. I don't know, man. Whatever. There was a single dead tree surrounded by strange trinkets. A dead tree, huh? No idea why, I almost forgot about it. It stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 feet tall, no leaves. It's been there forever too, as far as I know. That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us drivers. And the trinkets you spoke of were actually remembrances of sorts. Remembrances? Hold on, I'm just going to recap a bit here, okay? Sure. Your car was vandalized near a metered parking spot in front of an abandoned building. Sorry, library. On a seemingly deserted street within a busy area that has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrances for some reason. Sounds about right, except the tree is no longer there. Oh? Hang on. What are you posting, Elle? That does not look familiar at all. The poster? Oh. Okay. Are you serious, Pops? Why wouldn't I be? No, don't tell me I have to make 2 more coffees or drinks. That is crazy. Hello? Oh yeah, right. If we have to like give Georgie a drink, we need to return his lighter. Good evening, gentlemen. Hey everyone. Oh boy. Thought I'd be early, but you're already here, lady. Hello. Tora, for the love of all things holy, tell me my lighter is here. Well, you're in luck, because it is. Oh damn, thank goodness. Would you like me to get it now for you? Nah, it's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here. Just bring it with my drink later. Sure, let me know when you're ready to order. Right now! Right now, give me my drink and my lighter. Cheers. No, they want you to maybe forget about it. Well, 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 what's up, y'all? What's new? Evening, officer. We were just talking about the spot where Miss Riona's car may have been vandalized. Oh? They got your car too, lady? Yes, but it's not a big issue. Still sorry you had to experience that. Where did you park your car, miss? I can send you the coordinates if you'd like. That'd be real swell. Got it. Okay. Oh. Is it within the area you expected, or the exact spot? Pretty much. The same location where I parked mine a week ago. I see. You can rest assured we already increased patrols in that area. It's great. But I'm the only one doing it at the moment. That sucks. What's that? Am I hearing you, out of all people, doubting my skill, Tora? No, of course not. I just thought it means an unfortunate increase in your workload. Ah, well, them's the breaks, I suppose. Anyway, give me your strongest espresso. And don't forget my lighter. Okay, easy peasy. Easy peasy. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Espresso. And then we give him the lighter. Put the lighter on there. Serve it. Okay. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Tora. You probably think I'm being silly. But what can I say? It's my lucky charm. Yeah. It's borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of the sort? Well, I have a good reason to be superstitious. This man is just rambling. Nobody is questioning him. Like, carrying an object for good luck isn't that crazy. Whenever I don't have this with me, things happen. Right. Alright, here comes the strongest espresso in the house. Cheers. Ah, perfect, as always. Yeah, because it's hard to fuck up. Even I can't fuck it up. Are you ready to order? You did just dap him up with the strongest coffee you have? Yeah, but he hadn't sipped it yet. Might as well. I'd like something desserty, because it's my cheat day. Sure thing. Any specifics in mind? Well, I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa drink yesterday. It was so thick I thought it was chocolate sauce. The name also reminded me of a song, but for some reason I can't remember the title right now. You know, that sounds oddly familiar. For real? And I'll have that thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot, spicy kick to it. Ginger? Yeah, 'cause mint is cool. Hot spice. It's gotta be ginger. Sahara! That might be the case, or the right thing, right? Surely. Also, where did that churro come from? We don't have an item to give him. Here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you. Oh, so that's what it's called. That's what we call it here, at least. What do they call it there? Very cool. Then bon appetit. I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks, Tora. You're so welcome. So, Pops. Just earlier, you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experience, right? Ooh, I was in the same location where the lady's car... Was it in the same location where the lady's car was? A chocolate... Caliente? Yeah, that kind of also sounds like a song. But, like... Yeah, what is even the Sahara part? What kind of song is that supposed to be? Whatever. But what's in a Caliente? Because I couldn't think of anything else but ginger, because what else is hot spicy? Creepy patrolling experience? Well, I don't know if I should even talk about it, because maybe it's just a tad too spooky. Nah, it's okay, guy. Even for me. What happened? Tell him, Pops. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. Then all the more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something. We've got a point there. Y'all were talking about the area anyway, right? It's milk? Chocolate. Uh-huh. Sugar. Starch? Starch. And cayenne pepper. Starch? The cayenne pepper, people do crazy stuff, but the starch though. The starch to me is worse than the cayenne pepper. Not that I would want cayenne pepper in any drink either, but like, that's not that crazy to me. The starch is worse. Yep. Well, I've been patrolling here the past few nights. The street itself is fairly straightforward. It's about half a mile round trip. It's about half a mile round trip from the intersection and back. There's nothing much there either. A concrete sidewalk with metered parking spots. Fence here and there. And an unfinished construction site with a couple CCTVs dotted about. No tree? What tree? There used to be a dead tree in front of the old library. Oh, that old dead tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January. The commercial community decided it wasn't really a good look. So when the city started a massive cleanup project last year, well, they simply voted to get rid of it. I see. Why? What's up? We were actually talking about it earlier and, Maybe you have a point, Alaris. If they said that, I wouldn't be surprised. Being a decades-old landmark aside, could there be something more to the tree than just, well, being old? You think so? That's what I think after listening to Miss Riona. Are you expecting something from me, Tora? Oh, no. I'm sorry if I crossed the line. You just seem to know a lot about it, and I don't want to mix up the facts. I understand. But I would like to hear the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind. Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me there, huh? Also, having to make 4 cups of drinks. Although they were pretty easy. Or at least the last 2 were pretty easy. So I am grateful for that part. But it is a lot to make in a day in this game. Yeah, so anyway, patrolling on that street is an easy task. Only 4 to 5 cars would park there overnight at most, which makes keeping track a breeze. Sounds ideal enough. As expected though, nothing happened the first 2 nights, but... Ooh, yesterday was a different story. Hold on. Lucas is terrified. He must be glad that he's wearing a yellow sweater. Hopefully he's wearing matching yellow pants, otherwise he might soon be. if you're catching my drift. What a stage setup, eh? Haha. Yeah. Oh phew, there we go. Thank goodness. Sorry about that. Please, continue. Alrighty. I hate the fact that they keep changing the music. And it's, like, becoming creepy. Well, it was nearing the end of my shift, and I found nothing was amiss. There were only 4 cars parked that night. 2 spaced across the street, and 2 on the opposite corner, side by side. My plan was to leave after I walk one last round, make sure everything was okay. And a reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay. Then, at the end of my walk, I took a drag on my cigarette. Smug as I was about to clock out, thinking 'twas another night job well done. Right? Wrong, as I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side, 1 across the street. All tires flattened. That's 12 vandalized tires for you. In a span of less than 10 minutes. Yeah, that's not that crazy. That is so strange. I don't know, can you just easily puncture like a tire? I've never tried it out. I wonder why. That is so strange. It would take several minutes to flatten just 1 tire. And that's if you're using the right tools. How the fuck do you know, right? But that wasn't all. Oh no, it wasn't. Because that was the moment when the street lights went out. Suddenly and all at once. After they were punctured? What? Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. They were going further and further away from the scene, and yet saw nothing at all. Oh. Are you sure? Did the CCTV catch anything? The infrareds actually managed to catch something, but the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it. Jeez Louise, Pops! That's way spookier than what you told me in the car. But it's cool though. I may be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there, you see? Well, whoever they were, they sure worked fast, right? Anyway, Tora, I think I want another drink. All that talking is making my throat dry, and coffee just ain't cutting it. No, not a 5th drink! What would you like? What do you suggest? How about some tea with ginger and honey? Sounds good. Can you use the red flower stuff? Okay, whew! You mean hibiscus? Definitely. Okay, then I'd like red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey. Thank you. Thank you for just being straight up what you want. Hibiscus with ginger and honey. Thank you. Thank you so much. Is that right? That's gotta be right. 1 piping hot Jai Rosella for you. There we go. That's close. Does that mean that it's also a... What did they say it was? Indonesian? Indonesian or Filipino? I think it was Indonesian drink. The STMJ or whatever. Oh, what does it mean? Chai means ginger, te means tea, and Rosella is Roselle, another name for hibiscus. I see, a legit herbal drink. Spicy, but perfect for the weather. Good call, Tora. I mean, you literally asked for it. I'm happy to please. If that's the case, let me join your patrol, Pops. Because I'm not scared of ghosts. The way he's eyeing Riona. She isn't a ghost. Real beings scare me more. Wait a sec, kid. What do you mean by ghosts, eh? Jumping the gun a little there, ain't ya? Heh. He doesn't look too happy about that. I don't know, Pops. Maybe it's even something crazier than that. Like aliens? Would that be crazier? Maybe that would be crazier because ghosts are like Earth beings, but aliens aren't. This is a really serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that. Sorry. Interesting. You know something? Nah, not me. But she might. Right, the tree, wasn't it? Oh yeah, what about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought. I'm not sure if this can be any use at all, but... Officer? Are you aware of the story behind that tree? Huh? I recall what you said earlier. People often leave remembrances around it. What do you mean by that, miss? Well, it's because someone passed away there. And that's the ghost that's puncturing all the tires because they got hit by a car. Allow me to explain. Maybe they didn't get hit by a car. I mentioned there was once a flea market on that street, correct? Right. They called it the Fairy Market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community. Transients being the government's term for unregistered citizens. Including all the other uncategorizable beings at the time. Fairies were a part of that. Huh. I remember learning about it. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out, organizing equitable classifications was thought as one of the first steps towards civil peace. But it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough. And they also classified bees as fish. There we go. Brought it back to that. Was all that before the Vindication Act? Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically in administrative limbo. What? That's as good as, like, not existing at all. Really? That's horrible. It was the main reason why the fairy market was created in the first place, to ensure transients' survival throughout the changing times. In more ways than one. The market had no real schedule, therefore, the start of Fairy Week would be marked by flowers strewn along the intersection, just so people would notice and come and take a look. That's cute! Sounds kinda too low-key, no? Because it was illegal, silly! Yeah, you silly little goose. Oh. And that was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more, becoming reckless. While the laws were still shaky at best. There we go. Then a tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a vendor there. And the only evidence left of the crime was that tree, standing where there was no tree before. Oh, the fairy turned into the tree? Wait a second, what? Why did I never hear about this? Makes me think that the Banshee were part of the transients. If she knows so much about it? How long ago was this? The accident occurred in 1959. But the market itself was forcefully disbanded in 1961. Happened before I was born, huh? Yeah, I remember everything now. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people couldn't help but, well, forget. Oh no, huh? We're talking about the late 50s to early 60s here. Post-war media was still quite scarce. Hang on. Oh, here we go. Still a lactose intolerant cop. Okay. Post-war media was still quite scarce. I remember the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual. Oh, correct. But that wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found at the crash site, as well as the vendor being a transient with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case. But there was a body, wasn't it? Just not the one people might expect. You mean the tree? Right. Didn't they want to meet up to talk about, like, their feelings or something like that? But why are we having this conversation? Something tells me that that conversation's gonna have to wait until next time they meet each other. When semi-spiritual beings like us pass on from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that, though. Us banshees don't do that. You don't? Nope, we simply disappear. So if I'm getting this right, the tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains. The witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail. So the driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes. That sounds terrible. That's messed up. Beyond messed up, Pops. Whoa. I'm boiling. I'll take a further look into this. More, miss. Oh, that scared me. Hey, Warcraft. Good to see you today. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you've been well. I hope you had a good weekend. And, it's good to see you. I'll take a further look into this more, miss. But I have a question for you. How do you know? Yes? You think the vandalism has anything to do with that tree removal? Oh. I think so. I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of vandalism began. Yeah, that makes sense. Welp, I better get going then. It's almost time for my shift. Okay, officer. Break a leg, Pops. Bring your lighter this time! For the love of anything. Bring it. I'd rather not. Stay safe. Will do. I'll keep you all posted. I better go as well. Got an early shift tomorrow. There's one thing I want to confirm though, if you don't mind, miss. Yes? It's about the fairies passing, and how everyone ends up forgetting about them afterwards. I really thought that was just a myth. I guess not. Unfortunately, that's why there used to be more memorabilia around that tree. They were efforts by those who remembered to preserve the memory. But it wasn't enough, was it? Else we'd still have the tree. It really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there events I missed? It is quite scary to think about. For beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable. So, no need to feel bad about it. Is that so? Oh, I didn't catch your name, by the way. I'm Gala. Gala? Gala. I think I've been saying Gala. Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir. Well then, nice meeting you. Good luck with your future auditions, Miss Riona. Thank you. See you around. Bye, Tora. Take care. Okay. So, what about you two? You okay? It's getting real late. I still want to talk, but if you're tired, let me know. Have you eaten? Do you want something to eat? We don't sell food here. You don't? No wonder your place is always empty. Well, just kidding, Tora. Don't hate me, please. Ah, too late. Well, do you want another drink, maybe? I wouldn't... A sixth one? Nice. What do you feel like having? Something without milk, with a fresh feeling and some brightness to it. I'm also quite partial to the blue pea tea. Oh, okay, I'll order something for you, may I? No? Fuck, she said sure. Could you try this mix? I saw this pretty drink in a video and it looked perfect for Our Lady. I bet it's pea flour, honey, and lemon. Blue pea. Oh. A lot of mint and a splash of lemon. Okay. Well, I was close. Lemon is what makes it purple, right? Like from blue to purple. I don't know if mint does anything. Splash of lemon. Blue pea, mint, lemon. At least for these last ones during the day, they hold your hand through it. Ooh! That's pretty. That is so pretty. Here you go, miss. From the man sitting right beside you. Hee hee hee. Ahaha. It looks nice, very pretty. Would you do that with warm, like hot tea or cold tea? I've never really thought about it. I feel like it's more a cold tea kind of thing. But maybe not. I like it, thank you. I'm glad you do. Wow, Tora, it looks exactly like what I envisioned. You're a G. I'm happy you both enjoyed it. But man, that whole case earlier though. It was a lot to take in. Also, about the whole forgetting thing, that really gave me the chills. Why? Ugh. Don't you feel scared of just disappearing in the end? 'Cause I do. That's why I thought I finally understood you too. I mean, the reason why you wanted to become a soprano your way. The traditional way. Oh? Care to compare notes? Because I've yet to be entirely certain about that myself. Oh, ha! Now that's why, well, what you call huge pressure. But before that though, can I ask a little teeny tiny question? Go ahead. What inspired you to go down this path? I was not expecting this conversation, like this day, to be so long. We had so many conversations during this day. I guess. I mean, I may have an idea on why you're choosing the hard way, but why a soprano in the first place? Because it's been done before. Pardon? Because there was already a banshee who did it before, so I know it's not impossible. Wow, for real? Her part was that of a sorbet aria, and she was not very well known. What is a sorbet aria? Oh, I mean, she was a secondary character. Back in early 19th century opera, sorbet arias would be sung towards the end of the second act, usually before the evening ended. Hawkers would use the time to offer their wares for the last time to the patrons, often desserts, hence sorbet aria. Oh, I see. Like background singing at the end of a show or something? Yes. Things are different nowadays because people are expected to listen to the end. The first time I heard her voice was on an old recording of a comedy opera. I was still very young back then. She was playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people could act so crazy when in love. But despite her confusion, she thought she wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason herself. It was a funny epilogue to the opera. But hearing a banshee sing such a playful and lighthearted piece, it was truly an eye-opener for me. Oh man, I bet it was. Sadly, I couldn't find any of her other works, but it always stuck with me nonetheless. So I left my commune and started trying on my own. That's really cool and brave of you to do so. I agree. I've never talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing. Nah, don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. I think it's cute. I like it. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you, and wishing to leave a mark on this world. Is that what you think? Uh-huh. You're just trying to follow a path that has been traveled before, and that's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us. You're just being careful yet courageous. Right, because the path you're choosing to walk on is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel maybe you're the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody is going to remember us? Right, Tora? No comment. Oh yeah, because she has to be not remembered, really. Because she's like a silent guardian, so people shouldn't know about her. Or them, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know, man. What is... I guess the point of life can't just be summed up as you want to be remembered. Because some people don't. Or for some people, there's way more important things. But I mean, you gotta find your own, you know, life goal, life meaning. And if that's like that he feels like he needs to be remembered, then that's fine. But at the same time, that's a very personal thing to him. Ah, why do you want to be remembered so much? Why wouldn't you? And like, I think most people do want to be remembered, but by very specific people. Yeah, and positively. But like, being remembered... Like, we remember very many people who weren't that great. And like, you know what I mean? Like, just wanting to be remembered is a little vague. And not necessarily true. I guess. What else did he say? Why wouldn't you... Oh yeah, and like some people just want to be remembered by their family and friends and that's it. They don't want to be like in the limelight. They don't want to become world famous actors or whatever. So yeah, I mean, to a certain degree rather. To a certain degree, I do agree with most, if not all people want to be remembered. But on very different scales. Us Banshees see the end differently than most, so care to enlighten me? I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up in a large family, you see. Like, humongously large. Literally couldn't count all my siblings, even if I wanted to. Why? Because you would fall asleep because you're related to sheep. Because they're everywhere, thanks to my dad. Oh. We weren't wealthy, though, not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us for real, but sometimes Dad would drop by to give us some money. Though it wasn't even enough to cover utilities for more than a couple months. Then he'd just leave again a couple days later. Are you the eldest? Did he live with all his siblings? Nope. But my older bros had already moved out by the time I hit high school. I was so surprised when my dad gave me the house after he died. Oh, which is where my mom and siblings live now. I'm sorry to hear about your father. No, it's fine. I mean, yeah, it was weird to receive the news of his death from an attorney. Knowing he passed away by himself. And how it took them a week to find out. Ooh. Oh. Natural causes, by the way. So, I mean, how did he check out with absolutely no one knowing? Where were my other siblings? What happened to his... Okay, so there were multiple families. Okay, thanks for clarifying. It was just so crazy to me. And I guess it just kind of haunted me. Haunted how? My life growing up was filled with disappointment over him, you know? I mean it in the best way possible. My disappointment actually drove me to work hard for my family. I just vilified him in my mind, like shaking my mental fist at him. Gonna do so much better than you, sir, and all that. I see. But then I received the news that he left me the house. Like, I know he had no money. That house is probably one of the only assets he had left. So when he gave me the house in his will, all I could think about was what went through his mind exactly. The fact that he had a will at all was probably already a surprise for you. Exactly. I love how he's like stuttering just a little bit. I think it's because of either it's because of her or because it's such a difficult subject. Maybe I'm leaning towards the latter because earlier he was doing just fine. But maybe because he now is practically alone with her? I don't know. What am I supposed to think of that? What am I supposed to think of him? And does it even matter anymore? When he's already long gone? Anyway, so my older brothers came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house and divide the earnings. Wanting a slice of the inheritance pie, huh? You didn't do that, right? Heck no. That's why I left for LA. So if they really wanted me to sell the house, they'd have to chase after me. Good call. Thankfully, my younger siblings and I are pretty tight. We're a good team. That's a relief. That was also why I needed money fast. I needed to send money to help my family's bills. And of course, so I could stay alive as well. That was why I ended up having to join the production house. The production house? Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together to make videos every day. I was young and naive too, you know? Because it was my first time venturing to another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know better how predatory things could be. Man, this isn't even gonna be an entertaining story. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it. Nah, it's not that. I just really didn't like that production house. But I needed the money. Someone there saw my vlogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. But you see, we were all creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we all had huge egos. I mean, they don't all have to. Not every content creator has a huge ego. So naturally, there was somewhat of a hierarchy of sorts. Trying to be all round helpful turned me into the butt of the joke all the time. That didn't discourage me at all that much, by the way. I mean, I also learned a lot there, not gonna lie. Still. But what ended up destroying my willpower was actually something real close, you know? Myself. What do you mean by that? Dev's making a statement. They've been making like a couple statements this entire game. Not gonna lie, but yeah. They definitely had like had to make a mouthpiece out of Lucas to like make some commentary on like the modern, I guess, just content creation in general. Like internet content creation. Well, in a house where everyone wants to be the main character, each of us would need a solid, distinct persona, yeah? Eventually I was assigned one too, which was supposed to be a good thing, but they wanted me to be the worst version of what I am, essentially. With heavy emphasis on what? As in the satyr part? I had a lot of nicknames too, like, hey baby goat. Oh. What are you up to now, satyr boy? Here comes the party, goaty. Hey, Mr. XS. You gonna go fishing again tonight or what? Fishing? For women, maybe? We had to go out and try to hit on people? And we weren't allowed to come home unless we failed spectacularly or scored. Oh, I always tried to be the punchline though. Because there were always more views when something ended badly. But it was still the worst because I really had to act it all out, you know? Bothering people for pretend dates, be sort of a dumb jerk just for jokes. Just so all looked fun for the camera, even if scripted. I never really liked doing it, honestly. But in the end, all of it just reminded myself of my dad, you know? I was thinking the same thing. I kept thinking, does the apple never fall far from the tree after all? No, because it was an act. It falls very far from your tree. Ugh. So yeah, the whole thing is just really sucked. Sorry. Grammar. My grammar. You had it difficult. Yeah? Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked. The end. No disagreement there. Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about. It's fine. I actually learned a lot this evening. I just don't want to take up more of your time, so can I just ask you a direct question? Sure. Great. Would you be interested in guest starring on my new show? He's going through with it? Was it Hyde that told him to go through with it? I think so. I realized I was being dumb the day we first met. I mean, being dumb? Wait. Wait, what did he say? Was being dumb. Okay, I was gonna say, what do you mean acting dumb? You are dumb, but he said being dumb, so never mind about that, I guess. I just kind of forced my thoughts on you and was just being a general smartass. I undermined your straightforward efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Whoa. Since everything I did was anything but. But you succeeded eventually, didn't you? And you worked hard for it. Yet I almost ended up losing sight of why I'd been doing all this in the first place. I went with the flow, made excuses a lot, all to justify the gain, but to what end? That's why I've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who need extra exposure. It's going to be a small production thing. It'll be paid, I swear. And not with exposure either. Well, probably with both. Both that and money. Though it won't be much at first, because I don't have that much money ready to use at the moment, so... wait. This is a bit sudden, don't you think? No pressure, though. How does the show work? Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it yet, but ideally it will have like an interview at first, and then I'll record your singing, I'll bring all the gear, I will also be doing all the editing and stuff. It's gonna take a bit of time since I still have my main show to do, but I did start my vlogging journey on my own too. I can bet you the result will still be quality, wow. Your show will tank if I'm the first guest, you realize that, right? If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about haters, but you do. That's why I won't push you. Can I be on the 6th episode? Is what she's going to say. Maybe. I'm flattered. But, no thank you. Okay. Thanks for considering me, though. Thanks for giving it a thought. Looks like I have to go. I wonder why she's saying no. Because she wants to do it her way, I guess? I wonder if she's gonna turn around and still do it later on. Okay. It's nothing to do with what you said, okay? Just bad timing. Yes, I get it. Cool. I hope we can meet again like this. If you want to. Maybe? I'll take it. Thanks for your time too, Tora. Sorry if I bored you. Heh. No, truly, it was my pleasure. Also, when are these people finally going to pay their tab? Cool. Okay, I really have to go. See you around. Safe trip. Alrighty, see you, Tora. Come again soon. This day was crazy long. Hehe. I think tonight was the most I've talked in the past 2 years. And I'm quite glad to hear that. Thank you, Tora. For what? For being such a good host. I know I'm not the easiest being to get along with. It's always a pleasure to have you and everyone around. Sorry, I'm just checking occasionally, because I can't recall the number of, like, new things on the brew pad. So I keep checking to see if there's anything new. I could technically just, like, click on everything. But then I have to go and click on everything. It's always a pleasure to have you and everyone around. Then I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to rethink. But I'll see you again soon. I will be waiting, rather. Safe trip, and have a good night. Don't park your car near the library again. I thought it was gonna be a specific spot where people park their car, but it's not a specific spot. It's like a specific area. Ew, I think I'm done for the night. I hope everything will work out for everyone. Milky Way. Oh, we did make that one in the first game, right? That one looks delicious. Some of these drinks look so good. Let's see what we have in the newspaper. World Golem Culture Center grand opening to be held in Bhutan. Is that? Oh yeah, the eyebrows and the nose and the mouth. Is that what it's supposed to be? Lunar cell panel prototype ready for first test. Newcomer progressive elven metal band Avathor. Avathor? You can't read it. Avathor tops. Wait, no. Newcomer progressive elven metal band Avathor tops US music chart. That's that. Okay. I got it. I got there in the end. Yeah, wow. 3 hours for 2 days of coffee talk feels kind of like a lot. Good thing that I wasn't necessarily thinking about playing another game afterwards. Because I think I wouldn't regardless, but I wasn't planning on it either. It was a long night, that is right. Do we know what the extras are like? Oh, achievements. Oh, maybe we shouldn't spoil. We do have some... Ooh. Right, do you think we are gonna get new ones? Oh, that one's cute. It's all the girls, the girl band. We'll definitely look at these, like, at the end of the game. But yeah, I'm excited about this game. It's so fun. We are, like, I know that we're, I think, not even halfway. Like, it's got... Was it 15 days or something? But then we might also have to go back and redo some. I'm not sure how it works for this game. So there's still plenty of stuff to do, stuff left. But I'm excited to see like where the storylines are going. I'm really invested in the like slashing of the tires and Riona's journey specifically. Like oh, is she gonna be able to become a soprano? I think, and the cat, I want to find, oh, and Silver. But that's like half of the storylines. But, yeah, I find it really interesting. I'm really interested in knowing how it ends, but I'm also really enjoying just playing through it. But yeah, anyway, I'll have to see if I will be streaming later this week or not. I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to. So maybe I'll see you on Thursday with Mass Effect. But otherwise I'll drop a little announcement in the Discord if I can't manage or if I can't make it. Then I'll just do the regular like message. But yeah, either I'll see you on Thursday. If I don't, maybe Friday. Otherwise, it's probably gonna be after the weekend again. So, which really sucks, but that is also why I really wanted to stream today for a little bit at least. But yeah. Anyway, that's not ideal, but you know, sometimes that's how life goes. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. And I'll see y'all very soon. Well, maybe soon. Take care, be safe, stay tough, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye bye, guys.